What will re-entry back into our office properties look like? And how do you adapt to the long-term implications of the pandemic? The new norm will take time to be fully realised, but it's not too early to start preparing for what the next few months and years will hold. Stick around, because today I'm going to be giving you our 3-stage plan to successfully relaunch your office after the COVID-19 lockdown ends. Hello, I'm Zoe Ellismore from Spaces to Places. We're here to help you turn commercial spaces into human places. We're much more than a marketing agency, handling everything from research to service design. Everything we do is with the aim of learning what potential occupiers' needs are, and how you can meet and exceed them, and then how you communicate your value proposition. It's important to phase your response into short-term and long-term implications to coronavirus. Short-term is about the necessary changes before you can reopen and looking at that demand and opportunities. Long-term is about how you constantly adapt to stay relevant, which is just as crucial. Easier said than done. So I'm here to take you through my 3-stage plan for relaunching your office. Here we go. Phase 1, re-entry. Health and safety is going to be more focused for employees than ever. Making a safe and healthy work environment is much more than a legal requirement. We've seen suggestions of a restaurant-style hygiene rating system being developed for offices. We've seen the rapid mobilisation among commercial space operators and office landlords to take their steps to prioritise health and safety on the re-entry to the workspace. Beyond the obvious phased return, entry policies, screening protocols, cleaning and that controlling of numbers of people in the building. We've heard of a tech company buying rugs in a variety of colours and putting one desk on top to show that this is a person's workspace area. I've seen clockwise directional arrows installed to show people how to walk around the office, and the reorientating of desks so people aren't directly facing each other. Stairwell emergency doors are being kept open as an alternative to busy lifts. Then the keyless entry and touch-free main doors being installed as well. So these are just some of the knock-on ramifications that businesses are actually implementing at the moment. Along with that, managing those physical aspects of the return to the office, we need to consider demand and also the perception in the market. So this brings us to phase 2. Phase 2 is remarketing. There's an industry stigma generally that co-working spaces are about sort of close working proximity environments. So operators need to tackle that perception to survive in a world where we're all still social distancing. Regarding the demand, we're seeing already a bias towards private office space in contrast to, of course, the open hot desk style environment. We know that large events will be sort of phased back much later, but conference room bookings and small team off sites are really in demand that we're seeing. When thinking about renewing leases, occupiers are now having to consider the amount of space that they require like never before. Firstly, to meet health and safety expectations in the short term with social distancing, versus them thinking long term about space optimisation for the future and people remote working. So pinpointing the exact amount of space required now and in the future will be much more difficult for occupiers. I've seen already there's an increase in subletting, with businesses facing financial difficulties and stuck in long-term contracts, so they're looking and seeking for solutions there. But if we think back to previously, young businesses decided that they needed a flexible workspace as they didn't have the capital or trading history, so they weren't in a position to sign a long lease for traditional offices. The enterprise businesses generally had a strategy of core office plus additional flex solutions. And this has totally changed. We're seeing now a shift towards flexible first strategy because of the benefits of the economic flexibility and agility that it gives businesses, both young and enterprise and any other businesses. But right now we're seeing health and safety, financial stability and efficiency becoming some of the biggest concerns for occupiers. In times of uncertainty, transparency of pricing is key. Occupiers are unlikely to appreciate being locked into lengthy contracts. It's time to build trust and partnership, not necessarily just profits. Those are the two main short-term considerations to make, but it's important to map out the new horizon ahead of time too, which brings us into phase 3, which is the reimagine and remodel phase. So when you're reimagining and remodelling your office space for the future, it's essential that you understand your occupiers' needs. As the coronavirus pandemic subsides, employees and transitioning out of the work from home environment, we expect to see more businesses adopting a dispersed workplace policy to allow some levels of continued remote working. The traditional office will be turned on its head, and the new in-demand will be a combination of flexible workspaces for people not working at home, plus the capacity for meeting spaces. Occupiers' needs will dramatically shift. We're already seeing sort of potential scenarios including businesses only need an office space for 3 days a week or for limited hours during the workday, say maybe just those core collaboration hours from 10 till 2. No matter what level of remote working, flexibility that businesses are going to choose, and most are still going to need a place to bring employees together sometimes. Staying conscious of that idea means that you can tailor and remodel your flexible space around their needs, rather than just focusing on, meeting outdated traditional occupier sort of industry standards. That's it for today. Keep in mind that there's no one-fits-all strategy for adapting to these challenges. If you need expert advice to tailor your strategy to meet the current demands of your specific market, I'm here to help. Visit spacestoplaces.co.uk to schedule a free consultation call. I'd love to hear from you and do what I do best, turn spaces into places. Many thanks for your time.